Welcome to the JD Fix, your quick fix hub for smarter JDs and better hiring. Our episodes will cover before and after job posting rewrites, using AI tools to create better job postings faster, scaling consistency and cutting the chaos through templating, compliance checks to keep your job ads clear, fair, and risk-free, plus trends and best practices to stay ahead in JD writing. I'm Heather Fenty. Whether you're an HR pro, recruiter, or hiring manager, I'll help you write better job posts fast. No junk, just 15-minute or less episodes packed with helpful tips. Subscribe now, and let's fix your JDs one post at a time. Hey friends, welcome back to the JD Fix, the podcast where we dig into what's broken in job descriptions and how to fix it. I'm Heather Fenty, and today I'm joined by someone who works at the intersection of tech and talent, Katie Campbell, U.S. Partnerships Manager at Team Taylor. Katie is out there every day helping HR and TA teams rethink how they hire. And today we're talking about something that doesn't get enough love. How your ATS, yes, your applicant tracking system, can either hold your job descriptions back or take them to the next level. Welcome, Katie. Thanks for joining today.
Thanks so much for having me, Heather. I'm happy to be here.
Of course. So I have a few questions for you. You talk to a ton of talent teams. What do you see as the biggest disconnect between job descriptions and the ATS?
Yeah, no, for sure. I feel like when job descriptions and the ATS that an organization's using aren't aligned, things quite get messy, as we all know, right? Updates start to get lost, formatting gets wonky, and then candidates receive mixed signals, which we would like to avoid if possible. So if your ATS doesn't support that easy editing, formatting, or even visibility into how the job description performs, it's staying disconnected from the rest of the process. And suddenly you're not just missing great candidates, you're actually turning them off. So that's what I'd say
Totally.
is the biggest disconnect between the two.
Yeah, that makes total sense. So Team Taylor's platform is known for being visual and candidate friendly. I've actually seen it live myself.
Mm-hmm.
So how does that change the way teams think about job descriptions?
Yeah, I mean, to your point, I feel like Team Taylor is shifting job descriptions from being just another wall of text to actually kind of being a part of your entire employer brand. So we're encouraging teams to focus on how they're presenting the role, not just what they're hiring for. So instead, these teams are thinking, what would I want to see if I were applying? Which is a powerful lens to have. And it actually turns the job description into something that is attracting talent instead of just filtering talent out. So Team Taylor, to your point, which is what you've seen, has a ton of design and customization options, which makes it super easy for teams to attract the right talent. And you're giving those candidates kind of like a true sense of what it's like to work at the company from the very first interaction that you have with them.
Yeah, I mean, I've always heard since I started in this industry that, the job descriptions are the first thing that people see about your company when they're going to, potentially apply. So it's always good to make them attractive to people. So that makes total sense. Okay, next question. What advice would you give to a company that's just implemented a new ATS, whether it's Team Taylor or another one, and wants to clean up or standardize their job descriptions?
Yeah, I'd say maybe start by identifying a few roles that you hire the most for. So you're not doing too much at the start, and create some templates maybe that really reflect your brand, and then embed those into your ATS workflows. That's just taking care of another tedious task for your hiring team to take care of. And that way they're able to just kind of plug and play. And Team Taylor definitely does have a lot of features that make this process a lot easier. We have those templates. We have our Copilot AI feature, which definitely helps speed those things along. But yeah, I'd say start by identifying a few and plug those in and see how they perform.
Yeah, that's a great a great tip. We always, tell people, especially if we have clients that have a large volume of job descriptions or job postings, to not try to do it all at once. And
Yep.
we even have clients who they have one template for thousands of job descriptions, or maybe they have different templates based on different office locations or by department. And it definitely saves them tons of time to be able to use those templates, especially when you can integrate with the applicant tracking system and make sure it flows back and forth.
Exactly.
Yeah. So speaking of integrations, how do you think integrations and automation help remove friction in the job description process, especially for really busy hiring teams?
Well, I mean, I think, to say it simply, they really just reduce the manual steps that we have to take. So instead of just jumping between tools or repeating work, everything is
Hmm.
able to happen in just one place, from drafting the job description to publishing and to updating as you go. So I'd say, to say short and sweet, they reduce manual steps.
Yep. And that's what everybody's looking for these days. I've heard it almost every day on
Yep.
calls, especially with AI. It's all about, getting rid of some of the manual things that people, every day they're like, oh, this is a headache.
Totally. Totally.
Yeah. So you are, obviously deeply embedded in partnerships. What do you think successful tech and content partnerships around job descriptions might look like? What do you think makes them work?
I think what makes them strong and work really well is if we're building on solving a shared problem. So, for example, we might partner with the tool that helps teams write more inclusive job descriptions, and we do our very best at Team Taylor to make that experience seamless within our
Hmm.
ATS. And honestly, what makes them work, I'd say, is continuous alignment. So when both tools are thinking about how to improve the end-to-end hiring experience and not just their own piece of it, that's what I would say makes
Right.
it look successful.
Yeah, that's great. All right. Anything else you want to add before we close out?
I don't think so. I'm so happy that you had me on. Thank you so much for taking the time. And I think, yeah, if anyone has any questions or want to see Team Taylor for themselves, they know where to find me. I'm sure you'll give
Yeah,
them a link or something.
of course. I'll put it in the show notes. Definitely.
Perfect. Amazing.
All
Thanks
right.
so much, Heather.
Yeah. So thank you, Katie, for joining us and giving us a peek into how, Team Taylor works, integration, and how it can take the job description process from painful to powerful. So if you want to connect with Katie, Katie's on LinkedIn. And again, I'll include the links in the show notes. And as always, if your job descriptions need a little love, I would love to have you on the show. Until next time, happy hiring.